excited tonight to roll out to our parents Schoology. I know that we sent a Schoology parent letter home to you that gave you this information. We do hope that you were able to log in. But just in case, we wanted to bring you in because we want to show you what this new learning management system will do. Schoology is not simply a way to check grades and to check progress for your students' academic success. Schoology is also a way for you to keep connected with the school. You will be able to see announcements that come from the teachers that your students are enrolled with. You'll be able to see announcements from the administrative staff, from the counselors, even the district office can post within Schoology. And it looks like a Facebook page feed. And you'll be able to see everything that goes on. Another thing that I love, I now log in, you see a grade, you see an average. And that's pretty much it for grades. With Schoology, you can see so much more. You can see the actual assessment. It will show you which problems they got right and wrong. You can see the class average. Have you ever had them come home and say, and you said, well, how did you make that 25? And you're like, Mom, they say, Mom, everybody failed that test. You ever heard that one before? Well, in Schoology, you can look and see. You can't see each individual student's grade, but you can see what the highest grade is on the test, the lowest grade on the test, and then you can see the class average. So if the class average is 80 and your baby made 25, not everybody failed. And so it gives you so much information that iNow does not, okay? And so we're just excited about the opportunity for you to have so much more access. You'll be able to see when assignments are due, if they submitted an assignment, without seeing a zero. You can see the zero also, but even before a teacher enters a zero, you can see all kinds of things. And so Schoology is going to open up a lot of doors for you as a parent that wants to monitor the progress of their students. And it's going to open up the lines of communication. I know very well that for every student in the building, we send home a Schoology parent login. How many of you got your pages? See that look right there? That's the look that I always get because I don't get them when I'm supposed to. Because I call it. And we know, and it was a nice little print. It had the Schoology emblem at the top and had your student's name and their access code for you. Well, we know that when you get in high school, you don't take home the things that we give you to your parents. They're somewhere in the bottom of the book bag, or if you leave them on the cafeteria table, we find them everywhere. And so we know they don't take those things home. And so the things that I tell them in the mornings, and then they come up and ask me those questions about, like the next block, I know they're not listening, but you'll be able to see all those things. Everything that I tell them about a parking decal or an ACT registration or a volunteer opportunity, the parents are going to be able to see the same thing. And so we're very excited about that. We're even going to start implementing and getting our students more involved. We're going to open up what we're going to call public service announcements. We're going to have a club per month that picks a topic and presents facts and things not only to our students, but now to our parents that actually log into Schoology also. So we're using it to do much more than just to show you what their grade is, okay? We are going to give you a brief presentation about the things that you can see in Schoology because we want you to be able to really, Mr. Lee's going to show you what you can see as a parent, and then we're going to briefly walk you through the process of logging in and creating an account. It's very, very simple. And so lots of exciting things to share with you. Don't hesitate to stop and ask a question. We're going to be projecting from this screen. I'm getting a little older and don't see as well, so I have a hard time seeing from back there, so if you want to move up, feel free to. Okay? Anybody else need their homework pass before we get started? Did you get one? You turn it over to you.
Well, good evening. My name is Aaron Lee, and I am the new 11th grade assistant principal here. I'm glad to be back at Columbus High. I served here as a Spanish teacher for 5 years. Previously. So tonight we're going to share a couple of things with you. The first question, though, you might have is why? Why do I need to get connected to Schoology? What does this do for me as a parent? And really, Ms. Cargyle has stolen half of my show already. She's told you most of the information, but I'm going to go back over it. And the first thing is you will get access to your student grades. You will see those grades as they are posted. Now, we operating, even though we are a one-to-one computer school, that means every child is supposed to have a computer and have that in classroom. Not everything is going to happen on this laptop. We operate what's called blended learning. There will always be room for pencil and paper. There's also going to be room for things using technology that happen on the computer. But if they take a pencil paper test and that teacher puts that grade into the computer, you'll see those grades just like you did in iNow. You also have access to the announcements, just like she was talking about. And those announcements come from different levels, whether it's up at the district office and central office across town, or whether it's something that we as administrators push out to the students or the counselors, because each student has been put in a grade level group, which we'll talk about in a moment too. Classroom announcements. So if the teacher says and it puts an announcement onto their class page, it'll come up on what looks like Facebook. Hey, don't forget to bring your plant for the biology lab that we have next Friday. Okay, they may put that out on Wednesday and that kind of stuff. And then groups, like I said, every student has been put into a grade level group by their graduation year. Okay, we also have groups like Beta and National Honor Society. FCA has a group out there. Trying to get all of my coaches on board with using the groups, because if I send and I was a soccer coach for many years. And if I had practice rained out, I could send a message through Schoology into the group, hey, practice canceled, no practice today. So you as a parent would get that notification and know, okay, I don't have to come to the field at 6:30 to pick them up. They're going to be riding the bus home. So you would have that little bit of communication. And that saves a coach from having to try to text everybody in their list and do all that. Unlike iNow, just as Ms. Cargill pointed out, you'll be able to see the actual work that your student submits, okay? Whether it's one of the assessments or tests that's built in Schoology, and I'm going to show you one of those, but if you've got a student who's in English 10 and they're having to write an essay, and they build the introduction to tell what they're going to tell, and they build the body of it to tell what they're telling, and then they build the conclusion to tell them what you told them, right? And they submit that in Schoology. You as the parent will be able to see that paper that they typed up. And you can see if the teacher, highlighted this portion or drew a circle there and made comments and that kind of stuff. It's really, really kind of neat, all the stuff and the information that you'll get back. And then there is a weekly bulletin. Every Friday at 5 o'clock, Schoology automatically pushes an email out to every parent that has been connected, okay? I, as a principal, don't have to get in there and punch any buttons. The teachers don't have to go in there. It automatically sends that out every Friday at 5. And you don't know how many conversations at my dinner table have been sparked by a Friday email. Okay, we're sitting down at dinner. Oh, let me look through this. Okay, because in that email, it has every grade that my student has submitted that week. Okay, and all the announcements that are for that school as well. And we're going to look at that in just a minute. So how do you log in, or how do you create your Schoology account? Well, first we're going to go to Schoology.com, and I've got some iPads, and we're going to do that in just a minute. Okay, and you're going to click on sign up. And when you sign up, there's only 3 choices: teacher, student, or parent. So for us, of course, it's going to be parents tonight. And then you're going to punch in an access code. And if you don't have your student's access code, we've got some spreadsheets on our phones and on my laptop. We can get you that 12-digit number, and it's 4 digits, a dash, 4 digits, a dash, 4 digits. And you punch that in there, and then you'll hit continue. Then you get some personal information: your name, your email address, okay? You choose your password. You may need to write that down so we don't forget it, right? And then you're going to click register. And when you do that, this is what you'll get, okay? This is my Schoology account as a parent, okay? That's why it says Lowndes County on through it, because my children, my wife teaches out at Caledonia, and that's where they go to school. And so let's look at Matthew Lee. Pick on my little 7th grader here for just a minute. Oh, actually, this is my 3rd grader. Let's go to Matthew first. So here we go. Here is at the very top, there's an announcement that was made today, okay, by the librarian out there for FCA. And then I can see that he submitted a test and received an 88 on this and received a 0. We'll be having some conversations tonight. Live data right here. First time I've noticed this today. Here's an announcement that was made for the tennis team. They're having tryouts. This is from their central office, some information there. But now let's look at grades. That was adjectives. I may go look at English now. Let's see. But let's do mathematics because I know what's in that one. No more surprises. And here at the top, it shows the semester average, the term average. Of course, we're all in the first 9 weeks. And then I see the daily average. Okay, I see the different grades here. We'll come back to that. Okay. Then it scrolls down and those the test average. So it divides them up into categories. And each category has a different weight when it calculates the average. So again, so my student may say, well, Dad, everybody made a 60 on that. So I'm going to click on this little graph here. All right, so there were 19 grades, maximum of 100 points. The highest grade was a 94. I don't know who made the 94, so there's some protection there and some the 57. I don't know which student made the 57. The average was a 78. Okay, and we made a 68. That's 10 points below average. We may have a conversation about that. Okay. This item, though, I can see because it's highlighted in blue print, and out here there's this little puzzle piece. That tells me that this assessment was built in Schoology. Okay, so it wasn't a paper pencil that they did at their desk. This was they pulled out their MacBooks, they got onto it, and they took this assessment. And because they did, I can see the assessment. Okay, I see that he took it on the 24th. I see that it took 5 minutes and 29 seconds. Okay, last year I saw he took a test. He made like a 57, and it took 2 minutes. We had some conversation about take your time. Well, I thought I knew it. Right. But then over here, I get to view the assessment. And there are the questions. Green, of course, the correct answer. We scroll down, and there's the red one that he missed. Okay? So if there was a lot of answers that were in red and they were all the same type of math problem, then he would be spending some time on the phone or FaceTime with my mom, who's a math teacher. I was a language teacher. I taught Spanish, so math is not my strong suit. So I would get him the help he needed. Lord knows I could not do it. Okay. Or if I wanted to go back and look at that English class, that's all I have to do is go back out to grades and language arts. Okay. We see we got a vocabulary activity here, an essay, some other things going on. Maybe also remind, I didn't do this earlier. Oh, the summary, that's what I'm looking for. On the right-hand side, I see upcoming, okay? There's a Schoology Parent Night on their calendar as well, okay? There's a graded essay review tomorrow. This is the first I'm hearing about this essay. And science fair questions that are due next Thursday, so I need to make sure that we've got that. And the 9 weeks exams are there. Parent-teacher conference things are there. And those same types of things are on our Schoology calendar as well from Columbus High School. Before the semester even began, I went through and I put in all the ball games, all the football and volleyball and softball games so people would know. Then the counselors asked me, hey, Mr. Lee, would you go through and put in the ACT dates? So all the ACT tests and all the registration dates for those are on the calendar to help the students and help you guys stay informed. Okay? But I have more than one student. So all I have to do is click on this arrow beside his name, and I can go look at her stuff. So this is Sophia. This is my little third grader. Okay? And I can see there's those announcements. And again, I can look at, there's calendar. Okay? And those are the things how they appear on the calendar. The purple is the school announcements or school events, and the orange is the school or class things. And I can look at grades just like I did in hers, okay, and see exactly what's happening. Okay, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, we missed that one, we got that one. Okay, we missed that one. Okay, but that lets me know what I need to work with her at as we're doing the dishes or as we're getting dinner ready, because that's normally when we talk about school is during that. Then if I want to, I can actually go in and look at different things. Multiplication songs. Okay, so these are videos that her teacher has loaded for her to help learn her multiplication tables. And if I wanted to, I'm going to click on that, and it will take me to YouTube if I'm not blocked by the school right now. And I could go in and I could watch that video with her at home. Okay, and we could sing those songs together. We could help do those things. And our teachers are loading those same types of materials. They're loading videos. We're asking them, hey, if you go over a PowerPoint of notes, load those on there for your students as well so they can review those at home. Okay, so your students should be getting these same type of materials to be able to review at home. And we want you to have access to that as well. So there's a lot of benefit that we have by bringing you into Schoology. Again, the better communication. You can see their work. You can see what's going on in their classroom. And we really, I'm just a huge fan of Schoology and everything that it can do for our students and our teachers and us as parents as well. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. If you have not yet gotten your access code, let one of the administrators know. We can pull that up for you real quick. And then we can grab one of these iPads, sit on this table here, and get your account set up, and you'll be able to get that stuff. And there's also an app for your phone. Okay, now you need to set it up online. That's why we have the iPads and that kind of stuff. But once you have it set up, then you can log into the app on your phone, and you'll be able to look at those same types of things as well. Okay, so thank you again for coming out tonight. If you can help you in any way, please let us know.
Mr. Lee, are you able to send emails to teachers regarding the classroom?
Yes, you can message from teacher to parent, parent to teacher. The teachers can message directly to the students. The students can message to the teachers. Students cannot message each other through Schoology, though. Yes, ma'am.